Right, we're on. Good evening, heroes and heroines, and welcome back to Practising Programming in C, the show where we think of something to do and spend an interminable amount of time trying to do it. Apologies for the slight delay. Again, audio problems. The USB connection was fine at first. I went live and then the connection died. So that was the problem. Hopefully it's going to be fine now though, although there's no guarantee. But without further ado, let's get on with it. I think this is a bit longer than 30 minutes actually, so I can just... It's actually 32 minutes. So I've got like about 2 minutes spare to set the stuff up and outline what we're doing, which is just the same again. It's just run length encoding again. And I think hopefully I'll be able to kind of do all of this stuff, all this setup stuff without too much problem. Pretty sure that's all I need. Just needed... Oh, need to make 4K like that. Hymon is not highlight yet. Oh, I'm going to be probably going to be highlight when Intobot catches the stream is live. So let's see about this. stdio. I need to take the counter argv. Let's say if argc is less than 1, let's say that this time, then we break, then we return 1. Otherwise we continue, and then we say if this might not be quite correct actually. And as far as we're saying is read and plus. So we'll try that. If that, then we're going to say I also need to give myself a file. Well, let's say if that, let's give myself a file handle. In file is going to be this feels a bit wrong actually. Just see what that does. Assign to file. In file. I think in file should be like that. Okay, so that's kind of worked. I presume in file is that. Let's just see if I can print F. So in file is actually a file. So I need to get C out of that file. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, car C is equal to a get C on in file. Don't know if this is quite correct. Nah, it's a heck. Oh, well, it's not far off. Well, get car, get C from in file. I was just thinking in terms of printing out the first character of the file. Yeah, I mean, if I can't do that though, how can I continue? It is building. I like how the build time is 0.123 seconds. CIO. So it's when we get down to there, I mean, that's fine. Setting car C is equal to get C. That's what's causing the problem. Let's do a printf, because that's really what I want to be doing. I want to be doing a printf on the first character. Right. Interesting. So what am I? Why am I failing already? If I open. Yeah, I'm not actually passing a thing, am I? That's the problem. That's what the problem is. If open. Well, actually, let's say if there's no f open, then we fail. Else, that we return 1. In fact, I think we can p error, can't we? P error, and then return 1. Can do that, I believe. Bad address. Oh wow, that's interesting. Wasn't quite expecting that. argv1. There is no argv1. So if there's no argv1, then we return 1. Right, okay, so we're doing that. That's more like it. 1, so right, so whew, it is working. Could do without just actually saying printfing that there's no. Give us a file, please. Yeah. Right. Good. Okay. So file in file. Else that. So this is all the loading stuff. Else. In file. P open. Yeah. It's kind of interesting actually. I wonder if you can bake the load into the test. Actually, yeah, let's try that. Because then we're done, really. Ah, okay, so it's not assignable. Okay. I think this is one after, yeah, okay, good. Else in file that, printf that. Right. So here I want to set up a file name buffer. Let's just make it that big, just so I've definitely got space for it. And I want to say, I mean actually it's kind of like the out file. Just check. Hi, I'm on. Oh, it's temporary. Oh wow, hiya. How's it going? Yeah, you're down in Twitch. Let's just see what's going on. You seem to have accidentally capitalised my argc. Yeah, I kind of have. It's a bit. It's because of Casey, really. I just kind of I've kind of copied Casey's capitalisation style. Yes, out file is going to be that. I then want to set out. I actually want to do sprintf on the right out file. God, how far is that? Then let's set out file. I think I do need to do this actually. Was a bit of a hokey way, but out file is basically going to be. It's going to be arg v1, I believe. See if that compiles. No. Oh right, yeah. Again, it's that thing, isn't it, where after you've done that, you need to fill it up. Character by character, I think, unless I'm mistaken. Because it's a car, it's not assignable. Let's just skip that for a sec. Arg 1 incompatible pointer to, so this needs to be one of them. What's that? This is sprintf. Right, okay, so here we go. Sprintf is going to be that dot mz, and then out file. Now this will work, right? I'll just printf the out file, but then I'm going to try something that should make this fail. Yeah, right. So if I do sn printf, I believe this should now fail. Crazy relaxing. Yeah, it is. This war of mine. Yeah. So I was just playing this actually before going live. It's a very very sad game. It kind of oozes sadness, I'd say. Incompatible pointer to integer conversion passing car 6 to parameter of type unsigned long. Interesting. I mean, I kind of know that this is not correct, because I'll tell you what, if I were to just put on a whole load of stuff, right, it should hopefully fail. No, it's not. Basically want to put on enough stuff to make it go over a page boundary. Hello, delayed Batman. I'll just have a look at my drop frame. Yeah, I haven't dropped any frames. I am uploading quite slowly though. Kilobits per second, 800. Yeah, I mean the actual speed is like that. So, yeah, I don't know how it doesn't drop frames. I think it's probably mine. Probably mine. Right, buffering at the start. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I mean that. It could be a bit of both of us. The flash plays needs to work better today. Okay. As opposed to a live streamer. Or directly with MPV. And hello, Asaf. Good to see you. So I can't get this to, get this to fail. I'm doing standardized address. So I'm just going to say, oh, as opposed to HTML5, but okay, right. Yeah, I'm just going to say that I'm safe to do this. Without setting a buffer aside. Yeah, I'm going to straight up say that. So now that I've got the out file, I want to. What file is that? So that's setting up the name for the file. Now I want to say put C, isn't it? I want to put C from in file, I think. Put C. I needed a buffer as well, didn't I? Let me just set up my things. Car token is going to be, in fact, buffer was probably just that as well. And then int counter is equal to 1. Car buffer, that's going to be equal to, that's actually going to be equal to the get C. Have I done a get C yet? No, I haven't. Okay. So with a bit of luck, this is correct. And then token is going to be equal to buffer. Let me just build this. No. Put C. Right. So this is kind of going as planned. Right. So I've read in this. And then I want to put C, the token, in the out file. So I need to open up a new file. Fopen. The out file, which I've already kind of specified there. How do I open a file again? Fopen LV. Right, do that. And I'm doing it as a writable. Put C again. Right, okay. So in the out file, I'm going to put, I don't know if that's actually the correct way around. I'll soon be told. Possible actually that I need to do, no, it's not that, is it? Put C. Just check the man for put C. Put C takes an int C and okay, so the stream is second. Token, and it wants an int C. Interesting. It was also plus 0. I wonder why it's not liking it. The token is set to buffer. Let's just print out what. Rather than doing put C, let's just do some printf debugging. Printf, and it should be a character. Okay. Have I got another print somewhere? Just, right, so that output's not in. This output's the 1, which is the first character in the test corpus. Yeah. So that's correct. And it is a character. Print it out as a D. Should be Yeah, 49. So let me just see the man page again. It wants me to pass an int c. Am I... Is it because I'm not doing this, maybe? Yeah. No, I mean, that wouldn't... Incompatible pointer types passing car. Incompatible pointer types passing car star to parameter of type IO file. Out file. Because I wanted to put C. Out file isn't a file, is it? That's the problem. It's just a car. Yeah. Might have opened it. I've opened out file. Okay, that's probably the problem. File name. And then let's do a file out file. fopen doesn't like that. So what does fopen want to take? Just amazing the stuff that kind of trips you up. Incline points out passing file star to parameter of type. File. I mean, the in file was like that. Haven't got down to there yet. Incline pointer types. fopen. So I've done an fopen up here. Oh, in file is equal to fopen. Oh, right. Is it that? No. Out file is equal to fopen on the out file name. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Blimey. Read the docs. Yeah. I should do. I think that's okay now though. And that's working now. So printer. Let's just count the test corpus.mz. It should be just, oh, it's an A. It's interesting. That's a 1. Okay. Because token is a car. Right. I think that's correct. Right, now I can actually do my logic. If while so I've done a get C there. While I'm being highlighted in random by the 8th mage. Maybe I haven't seen you here. I need to get some sleep, so maybe I'll join for a while. Sure. Yeah, that'd be a good way of going to sleep. I hope. Yeah. Just hang on a second. William Bundy, I will. Just get down to here. Okay. So, and we're still doing run length encoding. If it ever loads. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I'm running a bit short on time as well. It's a bit unfortunate. 7 minutes left. And I spent most of it trying to load the damn file. So let's at least try and do the same thing again. Just encoding the file. So while I mean, it's kind of while get C. I remember doing it was an assignment I was doing. It was like while buffer equals get C in file does not equal end of file. It was something like this. Right, let's see if that loads. Compiles. So that's not assignable. Right. Good. So I think this is correct. While buffer equals get C is not really custom to file. Right, okay. While that if token is equal to buffer, then we want to counter plus equals 1, else we want to say token is equal to buffer, counter is equal to 1, and we want to put C, the counter, into the out file. That has compiled. So with a bit of luck, that's all I need to do today. I also need to do this. This was the problem on the first day. Well, not the first day, but on one of the days. Yeah, there we go. And then after the while is all said and done, we just put C a new line. I presume we need to put a new line. I'll tell you what, I wonder if we can do this. End of file on the out file. So we can do that. Keep hitting caps lock, by the way. Caps lock is bound to escape. Keep hitting that, but there's no reason to, because 4coder doesn't. Because 4coder isn't bin, basically. Right, awesome. So that's my encoded file. Finally. Yeah. So the first character is a 1. First character is a 1, there is one of them. Then there are 2 zeros, then there are 3 ones, then there are, and then it alternates for a bit. Missing 1 character. Am I? Maybe I should use Vim then. Yeah, well, kind of. But I want to test 4coder for Alan. And I also want to straight up just use it, really. Yeah, I want to switch to 4coder as soon as possible. And I also want to switch to i3 as well. But I haven't done that yet. Well, buffer get C is not end of file. Let's just have a good look at this. Actually, just to make it a bit easier for me, let's just change the test corpus to end with 2 ones. So it should end with a 2. Yeah. So basically the encoding here is just, it outputs the character, outputs the first character, how many of them there are, just count the test corpus. So it outputs the first character, which is a 1, new line at the end. Yeah. Is that correct? I mean, is that sane? I mean, yeah, I mean, I suppose, yeah, the end of file thing is going to automatically be there, isn't it? I imagine. It's kind of an interesting question, actually. What if we're going to have a look at this in the hex? So that ends with 0A. And my file ends with 0A as well. So that's a 31, then a 32. And then 0A. I mean, 0A could actually be a new line, couldn't it? In theory. Basically, you're not printing the last counter value. It's not a 1. What's it? Ah, is that true? Counter is equal to... Oh, right, I see what you're saying, yeah. Seems to be okay. It's not 1 or 0. Yeah, that's right. The last counter value, that's just resetting the counter. Yeah, these things are just resetting the kind of resetting the state of the state of the encoder, if that makes sense. If that's what you mean, anyway. Not printing the last counter value. If you didn't have a new line at the end of the input file, I would have missed one character. Ah, interesting. Because you're only printing when the token change. Ah, that's interesting. So I can't make this have, not end in a new line, unless I just straight up, unless I edit it with this. I'm not sure how to use this actually. I mean, if we say that it ends in another 31, for example, so it's made another 1 over there. So before it was a 2, wasn't it? I think. Well, if we make that a 31, enter file to save, test corpus, it's been saved. Save changes. Yeah. Has been saved, yeah. Right, great. Okay. Now if I run that encoder on that, and then view the actual thing, and actually let's also just cap the thing. Right. So we're seeing, yeah, I see what you mean, right? Because we've got two 1s, right? And then we've got a 0, a 1, a 0. That's 1, 1, 1. And then the 3 1s aren't showing up. Right, interesting. This is not 1, is it? You would have missed one character. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I can't actually make a file that doesn't have a new line at the end without doing what I just did. At least not with Vim, I don't think. That's a pretty interesting point, though. If I didn't have a new line at the end of the input file. So while that is not the end of file, that is not the end of file. So it's going to be coming through here. So at this point, it's not the end of file. This point is not the end of file. This point is not the end of file. This point is not the end of file. And also at this point, it's... or is it at the end of file there? I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Gosh, yeah, I'm not really sure. I suppose I could step through it, actually. That'd probably be the best way of doing it. Yeah, I'll just step through it quickly. GDB. Oh, no, I can't, because I can't pass a file to... I can't pass an argument to my thing. I guess in the, that... No... Right, no new line end file. Yeah, it probably does, actually. Yeah, because when you do a printf without ending it with a new line, you also see that. Whereas if I put a new line, you do get that thing. I wonder what happens if I load this up in Vim now. No end of line. Right. Interesting. If I was to save it, so I've written it, there's one line. Okay, now it's not complaining that there's no end of line. That also puts the 0A at the end again. I wonder what situation you'd have to be in to get that happening. Because, I mean, I'm only encoding text files. And if it doesn't... Yeah, let's just have a look at this, actually. Text file, new line. Like... Text editors are often used for converting a text file between... There's a line. Could be a new line or a line. That's the point, yeah, if you get a file from somewhere else. I don't think Vim does that. Huh. Is that on Linux, or is that on a different operating system? Because I know they have different line ending things. Like these guys have LF. This lot have carriage return plus line feed. I've tested it on something, would it? You haven't noticed? Could be, I suppose, yeah. Set line break. Right, well, no, it's not that. No wrap. Double forwards. Line. And a line feed. End of line. Can be that. File format. This gives the end of line of the current buffer, which is used for reading and writing the buffer from to a file. Control Z. Control Z at the end of a file is ignored. What's Control Z? Oh. Yeah, of course. That's interesting. Hire the 8th mage, or a pulsy mage rather. How do I do this? LS. Oh, I've lost the help. File formats is not empty and binaries off. Text mode is reset. All lines end in that. File type. Yeah. I don't know, this might be one for like extracurricular reading. Further reading, that's the thing. Yeah, but I mean, like, I wonder when. Mind you, saying you're saying that your Vim doesn't give you that behaviour. Well, you have to set no. Ah, right. Let's try that. We'll just do it right to the top. Set no end of line and binary. Let's just try animal corpus. Right. Now let's hex cursor again. Make that 31. Save. Quit. Save the changes. Yep, sure. Disk corpus. Brilliant. So now if I load this up, no end of line. And then the thing was when I wrote it, no end of line written. Right, I'm pretty sure at that point it no end of line still. Yeah, so that must be it. Interesting. Yeah, so I suppose it is a kind of plausible thing to have happened. Right, file this option is off. The binary option is on. So it automatically sets a reset and starting it to edit a new file. Right, yeah. Oh, and starting to edit it. Oh, a new file. Okay. Well, I suppose next time I'd better think about how to actually handle this case then. Yeah, I think that's probably for next time. But before I go, let's just recap where I was failing today. I think this went alright. This sprint F bit with the pathogen. That's true, yeah. Yeah, I do use pathogen. How could you tell that from my Vim RC? I mean, presumably it's in there somewhere. Oh, it's just the... of course. The first line was just the execute pathogen thing. This guy. So car buffer. That was set okay. Art file name. I managed to set this fine. Yeah, it's just this business here. I thought this was going to fail. Right, I thought that there wouldn't be enough space in the out file name to fit like a whole ton of stuff, basically, but there seemed to be. And I'm pretty sure the amount of stuff that I tried to put in here would have overflowed the memory page. So, I don't know, I might just have to say that it works for me, so I'm going to stick with it. The F open, that was okay, I believe. I might actually have to tell you about it on the... yeah. And it's possible that there's nothing just... right, okay. That's what I kind of thought. So what I thought was that I would have to, give myself a bigger buffer. Do I have Valgrind? I do actually, yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, I do. Why, are you thinking to run... Don't think I've ever used SN printf. Well, that's the thing that Interfar has said that I should try. And we kind of thought that would make it fail. Possibly like that. Let's just see. Basically because that ensures... Oh, you need to pass a size, don't you? Wherever you had to do it. Yeah. So basically, if out file no... Oh, I think the problem there was that I wanted to shortcut this business. Car that. Load. Hey Tharsic. Pretty unfortunate timing today. Carb. So... 1. $4,096. Size T len. So that's going to be the length. It's just going to return the length. Is that correct? So s and printf. So it's the out file name. So that's the length of that. argv1, which is the number of bytes it wrote. So buffer's supposed to be that. Oh. So it just returns the number of bytes that it wrote, so it's going to return. What does it make out file though? Or out file name rather. It kind of helps me actually, honestly, because I know that I've missed out something. Wrong window. Like if I do that, I know that I've missed out my parenthesis. It doesn't kind of catch multiple more ones. What am I making? It's the same thing as I've been doing all week. It's a run length encoder. Does go push MZ? So that did output the stuff. Just print off that. And let's also print f the length, which should be a D, I'd imagine. Oh, it's a ZU. Okay then. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Right. But why do I need to know the length? And why was I not able to do quite this before? Because essentially, that's giving me what I want. Let's try this actually. If I say this should, I believe, truncate the thing. Yeah, it does. It's a 10 though. And that's 9 characters. It's interesting. If length is equal to the size of alpha, you know that your buffer isn't big enough. Ah, right, okay. So you do that to do it as like error checking, basically. It's interesting that does it have to include the final kind of thing after it? Because this returned 13 as the length, but I'm having to give it 14. I mean, even if it is 0 indexed, it's still 13 things long, isn't it? I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Which is the number of bytes written to include the include the new null at the end. Ah, right. It seems to be doing that. Can I actually test that? Not sure if hex curse will help me here much. Let's just see if I can find. Oh, What's the key for find? Control F is find. Search for enter hex value. So I'm basically just scanning down this thing here, looking for test corpus.mx. Gosh, gotta be an easy way to do that. It's 14 long because it needs a null terminator. Unless we'll just say MZ actually. Just search for that. Value not found. Oh, I'm in the wrong panel. Asking value MZ, yeah. Oh. MZ realloc. Okay. Gotta find the next. Go profiles. Took all that. Right. So that is there. But I suppose it's not going to actually. It's not going to contain the computation, is it? It's not going to contain the thing that it computed. So yeah, I mean, we can assume that it's just because it needs the null terminator. Yeah. So okay, so setting the length was to do error checking. Yeah. And this is also a safer way of doing it, because you have to pass the length. Yeah. So I think the problem before was that. Oh no, it wasn't. No, I wasn't trying to do. Actually, yeah, it was. Yeah. I was just trying to do this before. Oh no, it wasn't. What was I trying to do before then? Oh, I was doing it differently, wasn't I? I was using out file name on both sides. Yeah, it's probably more sensible to do it this way, actually. Oh yeah, that was what it was. I was trying to do this. Out file, and I just did tab completion for the first time. That was a bit of a historic moment. This is what I was doing before. And then I abandoned the effort because I couldn't assign to it. Yeah, that was the thing. I wanted to make sure that I was setting this up first with a length. And then I wanted to try and overwrite it to see what would happen. But I basically don't need to do that. Yeah, I don't do. I'm much better off doing it like this. In fact, I suppose that's like a general way that you can assign something after the fact. You just sprint effort. Or SN print effort. I guess. found an example for overloaded operators which is not based on vectors. Two vectors and a float to keep track of during the computation. It was much easier to put them in a struct and have overloaded operations for them. It's not based on vectors. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even done anything overloaded yet. Well, I mean, I couldn't if I wanted. Couldn't even if I wanted to. Actually, what have I? Oh, I wanted to overloaded operators. Yeah, okay, that's a different thing. So you have two vectors and a float to keep track of during computation. It's much easier to put them in a struct and have overloaded ops. Two vectors and a float to keep track of. Okay, interesting. Let's see how long I've been. Way over the 30 minutes. Yeah, been an hour. I mean, I kind of want to continue, but I should stop. Just because I kind of wanted to. I wanted to keep these down to 30 minutes, which I failed to do. Yeah, and I was stopping, wasn't I? I was looking back through the stuff. I shall tell you another interesting thing about Forecoder is that, well, I mean, I think you know about it. It's the virtualized whitespace. Now, if I press left here, it goes straight up to there, rather than kind of going back, rather than going backwards. Like this just doesn't exist really. You know, it's as if it's written like this, which is kind of interesting, and it's kind of handy actually because if it was in Vim, I would need to press the caret. I need to press that in order to go to an indented line. Like if I just open this up, like I've got space here, and I've got space, you know, there. But if I press 0, like 0 is easier to hit than the caret. But if I press 0, I go back there. So if I wanted to go to the start of the what did I press? No, that was that. Yeah, if I wanted to go to the start of the line, I mean that is an option, yeah. But there are cases when I do want to go to the start of the line. I think it's a good point actually. I might have to keep a bit of a track of that actually to see if there are actually cases. I mean, I kind of feel like that there are, and that I want to distinguish between the actual start, and the start of the content. I mean, obviously, another option is to do like Shift I or Capital I to put yourself there, and then caps lock out of it or escape. But it's a bit of hard work. Why is that indented like that? That's interesting. That's pretty weird. It's also interesting that it's indented any of it. I wonder if this is a 4K block actually. It's possible it is actually. Are there any other else's? Yeah, there's an else here. But that's another level deep. And then the final brace hasn't indented correctly. It's interesting. Let's just try something. If something else, so that's the same format. Otherwise, right. I'll just reopen this. So it's still maybe the return it didn't like. Pretty interesting, because it consistently saves it as. What if I put something? If I move all this stuff above this. So now, yeah, again, it's failed on the indentation. P error. So it's the else. So I have to check in the F open if that fails. No, it's just after the if open, and then the return. Something else. So it's the same one. That's interesting. I might have to send this file to Alan and see what he makes of it, or insofar as yeah, because that feels to me like a bit of a forked bug. Else. Yeah, because I didn't hex edit this file. I hex edited the test corpus file. I wonder if I were to just copy this little section here. If that. Else. Yeah, I mean this time it's done it. So interesting. Gosh. Yeah, and again it's failed to do that correctly. What if I throw this stuff down here? Gosh. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like it consistently doesn't do the correct indentation for the last brace. Very interesting. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it there after that fascinating detour into the world of 4Coder. That's the end of the file. That's that. Yeah. Was there anything else that was? I can't even remember what I'd done today now. Let's see. Yeah, the plus 0. Oh, also right, the other day, you know, when I was all bamboozled about this stuff apparently not being relevant. Well, I was so confused that day that I wasn't even looking at the right thing. I was I still had the stale file lying around. So the old test corpus .mz. I kept looking at that, but it wasn't writing out to that. It was writing out to a different file entirely. This guy is writing out to this because I was doing the sprintf wrong. That was it. That was the thing. So this was actually writing out correctly, but I didn't know it because I was looking at the wrong file. Yeah. But anyway, that is it. Definitely. I have rambled enough. MZ, it's just Miblo zip. It's just an extension that I just thought about. Or didn't think about. I just kind of threw it in there. I just thought maybe .zib could be a funny kind of play on my name. You know, because you've got like web. You could just sort of say it's a .zib file. Or yeah, subject. Yeah, I mean like .xz is the that's the thing that I tend to use these days. So I guess it was just from that. Okay. But anyway, I have rambled enough. So I will thank you heartily for being heroic, for being patient, and just for being here. And hopefully see you at in the next instalment of Practising Programming in C. Until then, farewell for now.